I still remember the exact moment the atmosphere changed, and honestly, it didn't happen when the music started. It happened the second Jimin walked into the light. Somehow, before anyone even processed what they were seeing, you could already feel it. The air felt different. The crowd felt different. Even Jordan North's expression said everything before he said a single word. You guys, can we talk about that? Because what happened at BTS, a very British day out, wasn't just another celebrity watching another performance. It felt like witnessing someone experience Jimin's presence for the very first time, and realizing why millions of people around the world can't stop talking about him. And trust me, that wasn't even the moment that left everyone speechless. The venue was already buzzing long before BTS appeared. Conversations blended together with laughter, cameras flashed from every direction, and excitement rolled through the audience like waves. It was the kind of energy that only happens when people know they're about to witness something unforgettable. Everyone looked excited. Everyone looked curious. But nobody looked prepared. Because no matter how many videos you've watched, no matter how many fan cams you've seen, no matter how many performances you've replayed online, nothing truly prepares you for Jimin in person. The lights slowly dimmed. The conversation stopped almost instantly. Then came that familiar silence. Not an empty silence. The kind filled with anticipation. The kind where thousands of people seemed to hold their breath together. You could actually imagine hearing nothing except the distant heartbeat inside your own chest. Then, one spotlight. Soft. Warm. Elegant. And standing right inside it. Jimin. No explosive entrance. No dramatic announcement. Just his presence. And somehow, that was already enough. Honestly, how does he even do that? How can someone simply stand still and somehow make an entire audience forget everything else around them? Even before he smiled. Before he danced. Before he sang a single note. People were already completely drawn toward him. His posture looked relaxed. His shoulders were calm. His expression carried that familiar softness Army knows so well. Yet beneath all of that, there was confidence. Quiet confidence. The kind that never needs to demand attention because attention naturally finds it. That's what makes Jimin so different. He never looks like he's trying to become the center of attention. He simply becomes it. And that's exactly what seemed to happen around Jordan North. At first, he appeared like anyone else attending an incredible event. Interested. Observant. Excited. But then, something shifted. It happened so quickly that many people almost missed it. His eyes stayed fixed on the stage. Not wandering. Not distracted. Simply watching. Completely focused. Almost like he had forgotten there were thousands of other people surrounding him. Honestly, didn't you feel that too? Because when Jimin performs, time starts behaving strangely. Minutes somehow feel like seconds. Tiny moments suddenly become unforgettable memories. Even something as simple as the way he slowly lifted his head toward the audience felt cinematic. The spotlight reflected softly against his hair. His eyes scanned across the crowd. Not rushing. Not searching. Simply connecting. And somehow, even from a distance, people felt seen. That's the magic people always talk about. His stage presence isn't loud. It's magnetic. It's emotional. It's almost impossible to explain with words. You don't just watch him. You experience him. Then the music finally began. A single beat echoed across the venue. Another. Then another. Suddenly the stage transformed. The calm atmosphere exploded into movement. Every member brought incredible energy, filling every corner of the performance with power and excitement. But something fascinating kept happening. No matter where your eyes started, they somehow drifted back toward Jimin. Again. And again. And again. Honestly, it almost felt unfair. His movements carried unbelievable precision, yet nothing looked forced. Every step flowed naturally. Every turn looked effortless. Even the smallest gestures somehow felt intentional. His fingers. His shoulders. The angle of his head. The timing of every glance. It all blended together like watching music become visible. Can we seriously talk about his facial expressions? Because that's where everything changes. Some performers dance beautifully. Some singers deliver incredible vocals. But Jimin, he tells stories without speaking. One gentle smile suddenly fills the stage with warmth. A single serious look creates tension. Then one tiny smirk. And somehow thousands of people completely lose their minds. How? How does one expression carry so much emotion? That's the question everyone keeps asking. Even Jordan North seemed completely absorbed by what he was witnessing. There are moments when admiration doesn't need words. Sometimes someone's face simply says, "I get it now." That quiet realization. That moment of understanding. That feeling of finally seeing why this artist means so much to so many people. Honestly, that's incredibly powerful. But if you think that was the peak, not even close. Because then came one of those tiny Jimin moments. The moments casual viewers might overlook. But ARMY notices instantly. The choreography paused for only a heartbeat. Just one brief second. Jimin looked toward the audience. Then smiled. Not a huge smile. Not exaggerated. Just soft. Warm. Completely genuine. It felt personal. As if, despite performing for thousands of people, he somehow managed to create one-on-one connections with everyone watching. How is that even possible? You could almost imagine countless people asking themselves that exact question. Even the atmosphere changed. The audience became louder. Phones lifted higher. People weren't simply recording anymore. They were trying to preserve a feeling. Because deep down, everyone knew this wasn't just another performance. It was becoming a memory. And memories like these stay with people for years. The music intensified. The lighting shifted from soft gold into deep blue before bursting into brilliant white. The stage suddenly looked enormous. Jimin moved across it with incredible elegance. Not rushing. Never appearing hurried. Almost floating. His movements carried both strength and softness at the same time. That's something that's always fascinated people. He can look incredibly delicate. Yet unbelievably powerful. Within the exact same movement. 1 second graceful. The next completely commanding. That contrast. It's mesmerizing. And honestly, it never gets old. Then something happened that made the crowd erupt even louder. Jimin turned toward the audience with that unmistakable playful confidence that ARMY knows so well. A tiny laugh escaped. Barely noticeable. Then came that signature smile. The kind that reaches his eyes. Suddenly the entire atmosphere felt lighter. Thousands of people smiled right back without even realizing it. That's influence. Not because anyone was told to react. Because emotion naturally spreads. One genuine smile created thousands more. Can we just appreciate how rare that is? In a world filled with polished performances and perfect productions. Sometimes authenticity shines brighter than perfection. That's exactly what Jimin brings. He reminds people that beyond the global superstar, there's still someone capable of making enormous stages feel surprisingly intimate. Even surrounded by dazzling lights, massive screens, and thunderous cheers. He somehow creates warmth, comfort, connection. That's why his aura feels different. It's not simply visual. It's emotional. And that's exactly why people from completely different backgrounds often find themselves reacting the same way. Whether they're longtime ARMY, first-time viewers, or well-known personalities attending the event. The reaction often begins with curiosity, then admiration, then complete fascination. Honestly, Jordan North's captivated expression seemed to reflect what countless people have experienced after seeing Jimin live for the very first time. Not because words were necessary, because sometimes emotions explain everything. And just when you thought the performance had reached its emotional peak, something else happened.